Welcome to Live at 5 with Ben Thomas here. Fridays, we are here actually every weekday for our wonderful programming with Ben. This is Fun Friday by Sustainability with Ben Thomas. So Ben, so glad you are here. I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you so much. All right. So today is Fun Friday. The motto is what's fun gets done. Today we're talking about the raw reality of being a founder. People drop off, wild cards vanish, plans shift, but the mission never stops. If you want to be a high performing leader or a humanitarian operator out on the front lines, you don't freeze when you're left standing alone. You take the wheel, you claim the territory, and you drive the ship yourself. Welcome to Fun Friday, streaming live on Ariel Judah Worldwide via our dedicated Zoom Intercept feed in tandem with the Spirit of the Game Foundation and the World of Ability Network. We are skipping formal exercises today. We spend all week grinding, auditing the books on Monday, smashing tech friction Tuesday, maintaining solo mobile stamina on Wednesday, and weaving relationships yesterday on Thursdays. So Friday isn't for paperwork or standard routines. Friday is the day we look back at the ground we actually conquered over the last 5 days and realize we won. So, make sure you check out arieljudah.com. That's the home base. That's the independent, streaming pipeline that we're using for our production studio. We don't have to, deal with any gatekeepers or algorithms or anything to mobilize our people. We're executing directly under our own guys. So it's a blessing to have our own, thing. It's kind of a permanent win. So, owning your traction right now before you step out into, the weekend is really important. So just, try to do that weekly thing for yourself and check out arizona.com and chime in with us to see how we can support you. All right. So we're talking about the command to clear the slate. So let's talk about how operations actually stall out. So founders and humanitarians don't fail because they lack heart. They fail because they let lingering administrative baggage bleed into their recovery time. The unreturned message, the unconfirmed logistics for next week, the 50 open browser tabs, those aren't just tasks, those are anchor weights dragging down your capacity to do good work when Monday rolls back around. Here is your direct solo command: kill the friction right now. I don't care about a massive checklist. If you have an open loop sitting on your desk that's going to distract you from your family or your rest this Sunday, destroy it in the next 10 minutes. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, finish it. If it takes an hour, get it done. Nuke the tabs, archive the completed threads. Yeah, get the threads that you actually got completed out the way and put in the archive folder. Clear your clear your screen out. Get rid of those tabs, all those different things just sitting there. Close it out. Turn your workspace into an uncompromised, clean launch pad, and then you can move fast and wipe the slate clean. That way, you can come into next week fresh. All right, so part three is about pulling the plug and enforcing your rest. So the idea is bringing energy ground to, to down to a grounded, definitive and deeply, authentic kind of connection with yourself. So we're going to bring it back in. So your desk is clear, the loops are closed, and the workspace is yours. Let's anchor this entire week with the foundational law of our ecosystem. An exhausted leader is a broken tool. You cannot rescue, support, or mobilize a community if your own battery is sitting at zero. True sustainability isn't about working until you drop, it's about having the discipline to know exactly when to take your hands off the steering wheel so your engine can recharge. So here's your final operational mandate for the week: turn off the professional notifications, close down the streaming dashboards, log completely out of the workspace. Before we cut the feed today, if you're a high performing founder, a leader running a social equity startup, or humanitarian operator out in the field doing real work on the ground, we really want your voice in the circle. You got to make sure you connect with us, erijudah.com. We want to hear your voice. So make sure that you also reach out to me via my cell for speaking opportunities. If you are somebody who's been, in business 5, 10 years and you have a unique story, I really want to welcome you to the Trusted Trade Hub via our Building Trust podcast. It's all about relationships and telling stories about making groundbreaking moves through trust. And please reach out to myself, 615-821-9662, if you're interested in, sharing your voice and taking, an opportunity to share your story with the masses as an entrepreneur, as a founder. We're open to all suggestions. So go hit the gym, spend time with your family, fire up the grill, and get your boots up off the ground. Your recovery time is non-negotiable. The baseline is secure, tech is validated, the network is woven. Have an incredible weekend. Happy 4th of July. Protect your engine. Never forget the law of the house. What's fun gets done. I'll see you on Monday for the next audit. I'm out.